Welcome back. The Myrna Clayton Experience delights audiences worldwide. This band creates an experience that allows audiences abroad to the varied and diverse mix of American music. They'll be performing tomorrow evening at the National Theatre of Namibia. And joining us this morning is Myrna Clayton herself, as well as saxophonist Gary Harris. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Lovely having you here.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, welcome to Namibia.
Thank you. It's our very first time.
Is it a first time for both of you?
Yes.
What do you make of the country thus far?
Oh, it's beautiful. It reminds me of some very arid parts of America, and the people are wonderful. Very, very, very welcoming folks. And so we've had an opportunity to sort of go to different areas around Windhoek, and as well as kind of walk around downtown. It's beautiful.
And yourself, Gary?
Oh, I've been having a great time. It's nice to see all the mountains behind the buildings. It's really, really nice.
Very mountainous area indeed.
Didn't realize that, though.
Yeah.
All of the things that we've seen on YouTube, and didn't realize how mountainous it is. Yeah.
Well, for the people watching this morning who don't have a clue who Myrna Clayton is, just introduce yourself briefly.
Well, singer from America, and very much so enjoy doing what I do. Academically, I have an MBA, but I've been singing all my life, and left the corporate world to perform and utilize my gift.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Gary, how did you become a part of the Myrna Clayton Experience? When did this relationship happen?
I've been knowing Myrna for a very long time, probably 20, 25
Don't
years.
age us now.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Many years, right? And so we've performed together a lot in a lot of different settings, a lot of different groups. And so, so I guess from our friendship, you know, when you start doing something that you need someone, I guess you can depend on me. So I'm blessed to have this relationship with Myrna.
Fantastic.
There's so many great and talented musicians in the world, and when you have an opportunity to sort of handpick the musicians, you want the best.
Of course.
And so that's what I've got, the best. And I would say the best from around the world, certainly the best from around the U.S. That are in my band. And so they'll just have to come out tomorrow and Friday to check it out.
I understand that the month of April is also known as Jazz Appreciation Month in the States. How's it normally celebrated? How do you get involved?
Wow, it's International Jazz Appreciation Month that was started by the UN, the United Nations. And how we celebrate in Atlanta, we're performing all over the city, and we just kind of do what we do. It's, you know, obviously throughout the year, but when it's April, it's more of an international flavor, and so we have a great time.
Fantastic. Isn't New Orleans known as sort of the jazz capital of the States? Am I mistaken there? Because when I think of New Orleans, I think of jazz music.
Actually, it is for certain types of jazz, but I think every region of the U.S. has a certain level of jazz and a certain style of jazz. New York, certainly, with the Harlem Renaissance, and then from there, as well as Memphis, you know, and then we like to claim we have our own flavor in Atlanta.
Now, I understand when I mentioned, spoke in the intro, I mentioned how important culture is in your music as well. So how do you incorporate, Gary, the culture aspect into your performances?
Well, I think that the more we explore different kinds of music, we find out what we like, and then we try to introduce more of, it's hard for me to explain, but we'll pick up different styles of music and kind of bring it into our own music, and so we kind of embrace it that way.
Tomorrow you're going to be on stage with one of Namibia's princesses of jazz, that's Susie Aces. Have you met her, Gary?
Haven't met her yet.
You haven't? You're going to love her.
Well, I've met her. We've talked over the phone, and she's in London right now, and she's a sweetheart of a person, and we've obviously listened to some of her music, just to kind of see who we're performing with, and so she's very good.
Fantastic. I think it's going to be an awesome time between the two of you.
Thank you very much.
It's taking place at the Warehouse tomorrow. What time is it happening?
Actually, tomorrow it's taking place at the National Theatre.
Oh, the National Theatre.
Yes, and it's taking place at 8 o'clock at the National Theatre, and tickets are, it's available free. And so tickets are available at the American Culture Center. And then on Friday, we're performing as well at the Warehouse. Now, tickets for that are at the Warehouse, and so that's free too.
Oh, fantastic.
Absolutely, we want you to come. We want people from Namibia to come and experience this cultural exchange of American music. You know, you hear it on the radio, you watch it on YouTube. We're doing it live.
Oh, amazing. Fantastic. I think this is going to be very interesting.
Yes, I hope you come.
My co-host and I will definitely be
Yay,
there.
yay.
Gary, any final remarks you'd like to leave us with this morning for the people watching, encouraging them why they should come out and
You know, this band is hot. We're going to play a lot of different styles of music. Myrna's hot. She's going to sing all over everything, and we're going to have a good time.
Fantastic. Myrna, just one question. Do you write your own music?
I am a songwriter. However, we will be doing American covers.
Well.
Yeah, and when I'm singing American music, we're from jazz to soul to pop. We've got that covered in this experience. So
Fantastic. I think that covers a big age group as well then.
absolutely, and that's really the design of it. Regardless if it's little kids or great grandparents, and that's the wonderful thing about music. It's universal and it's a connectivity across cultures.
Yeah.
You know, we can all recognize that we're more alike than we're different. And so we want very much so for everyone to come and have a good time. We want you dancing. We want you singing along. We want you feeling our love energy.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. All the best
Thank
for the
you.
performances. I think I'll see you on either one of the 2 days.
Comfortable.
That was Myrna Clayton speaking to us, and Gary Harris. They're here to give Namibia the Myrna Clayton Experience. It takes place at the National Theatre and at the Warehouse. It's absolutely free, so please, you have no excuse not to be there. Susie Isis will be joining them on the stage as well. Well, we'll be back to round things off with sports after the short break. Stay tuned.